Is it too late to start YouTube in 2018, especially with the recent policy changes, increasing competition, and the drama that's been happening with YouTube in the media? Well, in this video, I've got some fresh stats as well as some important information that we need to consider coming up. Hey, what's up? Sean here with Think Media, bringing you the best tips and tools for building your influence with online video. And on this channel, we do a lot of tech gear reviews, as well as tips and strategy videos just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. So YouTube has kind of been a roller coaster lately. And if you're watching this video, you might be kind of wondering or worried, isn't even possible or worth it to start a YouTube channel this year? And there are definitely some negative things that are worth considering, but honestly, there's also a lot of stats and facts that are kind of being misrepresented by a lot of people. So in this video, I actually want to cut over to a training where we break down some fresh YouTube stats, as well as look at some of the myths that are existing right now about YouTube and determine which ones are true and which ones are false. So let's cut over to the training right now, and then I'll see you after the content. So let's cover a couple things, some need to know facts about YouTube first, and then we'll dive into some strategies and those ways of making income. So number one is YouTube is healthy and growing. Like, let's talk about the facts. There's a lot of drama out there about YouTube, and usually the group that is the loudest, it's kind of like the squeaky wheel. YouTube is incredibly healthy. You know, not everybody's like us. Like, we geek out on this stuff. You're a creator. You're so deep. And so you know all the details. Keep in mind that most people on YouTube are not knowing about the policy changes. They don't know about algorithms. You know what I mean? They're watching content, they're consuming content, and YouTube really couldn't be healthier. You know, YouTube has 1.5 billion logged in monthly users watching over an hour of mobile content per day. There is so many people on this platform, 1/3 of the internet, right? And just think about it. Like, you might think, oh, YouTube's crowded. Do you know how much 1.5 billion people is? If you get a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of 1%, you can build a full-time income around your passion. That's a lot of people. And there's actually a recent article from the Huffington Post that said the greatest surge, or the greatest surge to our global economy, is going to be happening between now and 2020, and 3 to 5 billion new people are going to be coming online. Well, YouTube is the dominant video platform, so there's more people coming to the platform. Number two, YouTube has mainstream credibility. This is crazy. Primetime hours, meaning like primetime TV hours. I grew up with television and I would watch prime. Let me know in the comments if you like remember sitting down at like 7 or 8 p.m. watching TV. I'd watch the X-Files or what was I thinking? Star Trek Next Generation. Hey, you kind of know I'm a Trekkie, right? And I'd grow up and we'd watch those things, but we'd watch them during prime time, right? Well, now, during prime time, the average day in the US, more 18 to 49-year-olds visit YouTube than any TV network. So YouTube is becoming mainstream. It's where people's attention is going. Our culture is shifting, and people's attention is shifting to YouTube, even away from mainstream TV. Additionally, YouTube is international. YouTube has launched local versions in more than 88 countries, and you can navigate YouTube in a total of 76 different languages. So no matter where you are in the world, YouTube is a great platform to be building your influence and income. Additionally, YouTube is innovating and continues to innovate. So they recently launched YouTube TV as a direct competitor against like Cox and cable networks. Cable-free live TV is here. They recently launched the community tab, and so they're always updating the platform to make it better. The fifth kind of stat we need to know is that YouTube is the second largest website and the second largest search engine in the world. So Google is the largest website in the world. YouTube is second. It's bigger than Facebook. And so YouTube is owned by Google too. So when you really look at this, you start thinking, okay, man, this is a major player. I need to be playing at a major level on YouTube. Plus, it's a search engine, so you can get discovered there. But besides all of that, let's not also let's remember this fact: YouTube is free. Like, let's just take a breath for a second. I think about my grandparents, Lowell and Martha Reed. My grandpa, they both fought in the war, World War II, airline pilots. My grandma was a medic. I think about like the world they were living in. Eventually, my grandpa had a dental practice, and he would have to market his business. but we literally live in a world where a free platform allows anyone to upload HD video or 4K video as much as they want, to use it as an archive even to store video, and it has the best user experience and user interface out of any platform. It plays fast on mobile, it loads fast on TV. It's the best video platform hands down, and it's free. I mean, what? Like, if we just pause, you know, it's easy to get into like the challenges we're facing, but can we just embrace the reality of how amazing global distribution, YouTube's a distribution platform, that you can reach your target audience on this free platform if you put in the hustle and the work with the right strategies. But regardless of all the good news, there's always, you know, well, what about this? What about that? And a lot of times I hear a lot of myths and even limitations from people and things like this. And maybe you've thought some of these things. So let's talk about it. You know, number one, YouTube is too crowded. Like, is YouTube too crowded in 2018? And the honest answer is, sure, there are a lot of people there, but 3 to 5 billion people are coming online in the next 2 years. 3 to 5 billion new people. 1.5 billion people are already on there. You definitely want to figure out how to be different, but it's not too crowded. It might feel that way, but it's definitely not. Well, what about money? Like, I don't know if I have money to get into it. Look, YouTube's free. We just covered that. And all you need to get started is the smartphone that you already have. You know, well, what about talent? Here's what I love about YouTube. YouTube is not like Hollywood. It's incredibly different. So in Hollywood, why maybe only the best actors and the best looking people and the best of the best are the ones who rise to the top, YouTube's different. You know this because I think we've all seen people from all kinds of different walks of life, backgrounds, styles, genders, right? And it's not about talent, it's about authenticity and value. If you are authentic and you add real value, that's what wins on YouTube. What about time? Well, you can do this in only a few hours a week. What about connections? It's not about connections, it's about content. And what about someone took my ideas? No, that just proves that there is a market. You know, I'm from Seattle originally, and now we live in Las Vegas. And one of the companies that launched in Seattle was called Starbucks. And maybe you've heard of it, right? They sell coffee. Well, I remember the first Starbucks before there was global stores around the world. And the first Starbucks actually didn't even sell brewed coffee. They only sold beans. They were a roastery, and you could just buy beans from them. So let me ask you this, though. When Starbucks started, was the coffee market not crowded? Of course it was. It was completely crowded. Seattle's best coffee, Pete's, tons of different brands, Dunkin' Donuts, other options. But they started something, and because of strategy and because of their branding and because of a different take on the market and because of hustle and whatever else, right? Like, it was crowded and there was other people who had their ideas, but it just proved there was a market. Why? Because lots of people drink coffee. So the market was so big. Now keep this in mind. 1.5 billion active users. There's so many people on YouTube. When you have the right tips and strategies and you put in the hustle, then you can reach that market. And so it's actually good news if there's people doing what you're doing. And so let's just face it, right? These are myths, and they're really not facts, they're excuses. So let's throw those out and recognize that YouTube is one of the best places to build your influence and income online, period. All right, so I hope that you found that content valuable. And actually, that was a part of a larger training all about how to grow your influence and income on YouTube this year. So if you want to check out a full 1-hour masterclass with training like that, just go to tubeinfluence.com, and we'll also post a link to it in the description below to watch that replay. Question of the day: what do you think about the information and the stats that we shared in this video? And do you think that it's too late to start YouTube this year? Let me know in the comment section below. So thanks for checking out this video. Subscribe for more videos just like this. And if you want to check out the full-length YouTube masterclass, just click or tap the screen right there. For another video from Think Media, just click or tap the screen right there. Until next time, Think Media is bringing you the best tips and tools for building your influence with online video. Keep crushing it, and we will talk soon.